Hey folks, welcome back here to the Vegas Time Channel. We're here on the very east end of town at Stewart, just west rather, of Hollywood Boulevard. Traveling westbound, downtown Las Vegas is on the horizon down there. The Circa being the tallest building on this Thursday afternoon. Take a little drive down Stewart Avenue here and see, you never know what you're going to see here in Vegas, especially here on the east side. We've seen pirate ships, we've seen RVs parked all over the place. We've seen drug deals go down. All sorts of good, clean family fun over here on the east side of town. Mount Charleston's got a little bit of snow on the very top of its ridge there. But I know they said they were going to make snow for the resort up there, the ski resort. Because we haven't had a whole lot of precipitation here of late. Traffic very light over here, and we got a huge desert lot that's been sitting over here for a long time. A lot of these lots I think are probably overpriced because they've been sitting here with for sale signs for a long time and no buyers. There was 10 acres back there at Stewart and Fog that have been sitting there forever, untouched. Landowner just puts up a chain link fence around it and waits for a buyer to come along. Now passing Lynn Lane. We have a lot of videos of our time up and down Lynn Lane. Feel free to check that out, Linn. As we approach Christie Lane, for which we have a lot of videos in our video library as well. Christie is a residential street here on the east side of town, lined with dumpsters. Lots of dumpsters up and down the sides of the road. Not something you typically see out there in Summerlin. A lot of what won't go out in Summerlin ends up going over here on the east side of town. And that includes a large unhoused, unsheltered, homeless population that seems to kind of get kicked out from one spot and move on to another. And so they kind of roam where they want to. Bring this up here to Nellis Boulevard, another major north-south artery here on the east side of town, traveling all the way from Russell Road all the way up to its northern terminus at Craig Road. We will pause here. Got the green light here at Nellis Boulevard. Continuing westbound on Stewart for our friends following along at home. Working on trying to find a little map that we can insert into the one of the corners of the video here. Most of the stuff I found requires a membership, an expensive membership to some software company. But still working on it. See the walls lining Stewart here, the noise walls. They're really just buffers for the to keep the DUI drivers out of the homes lining Stewart and their bedrooms. A lot of DUIs in this area. There's a lot of DUIs all over town. It's a 24-hour town, and that's what happens when you have a town that mixes a lot of alcohol with being open 24 hours. Different folks, different shifts getting off at different times of day. And they'll go out after work, whether that be 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. and get their party started. See an old, looks like an El Camino on the trailer in front of us here. It's a blast from the past. Uncertain what year that is. It's got some flats in the back there. It's got the split window in the back too. Huh. We'll pause it here. Got the green light here at Lamb Boulevard. Not moving just yet. Lamb, another major north-south artery here on the east side of town, going all the way from Desert Inn, where it curves and becomes Desert Inn, all the way up to the very northern edge of civilization, out past the 215 Beltway. Another 7-Eleven on the corner there. Shout out to 7-Eleven, man. 165 now 7-Elevens here in Las Vegas, more than any other city in the country, but not by much. LA is close behind. Stewart Avenue, named after the First Lady of Las Vegas, the first mayor's wife. Shout out to member Lance. Lance, thanks for being a member, buddy. We appreciate you. Come up here to Sand Hill and make a left. The overpass you see over there is up ahead of us is for the US 95, US 93, Interstate 11, Interstate 515 overpass here on the east side of town. Now passing Saguaro Lane and Trabuco Drive. La Brea Court, I believe that means tar, the tar in Spanish. Come up here to Sunrise Avenue and make a left. Very established, mature neighborhood in here. Off of what is Sacramento and Charleston, at least that's the intersection we're trying to head to, because there's no entrance to the interstate from Stewart. So you have to come down here and pick it up in Charleston before the interstate curves west. Essentially becomes a cross-town expressway. A lot of people out here on this side of the country call it freeway. Butte Circle. Now here to Charleston Boulevard. El Pollo Loco there in front of us. It's a fast food chicken place for our international viewers. This house right here sits right on the corner of a very busy road. Wonder what kind of noise they have inside there. Always wondered that. These homes that are right on busy streets like this. Get out here and make a right. So this is the new interchange here after years of construction. The state flower is not in bloom here right now. I'm sure it's bound to return very soon. But they, looks like they did a pretty good job here. The only question I have is that they reduced the straight lanes, the through lanes, if you will, to two lanes going through for westbound traffic in order to add a turn lane to go south on US 95. You see the noise retaining walls that they put up here. Is it a wall to keep the noise out, or a wall to keep the view from being seen of what's below? This section of roadway was under construction for a long time. Now here on Interstate 11, also US 95 and US 93, but US 93 takes a turn once we hit the spaghetti bowl up here at Interstate 15. Heads northbound along with the 15. It's a good shot of downtown with the snow-frosted Mount Charleston in the distance there. So what was 3 lanes, they've essentially added a 4th lane, and that lane is an exit lane only. Whereas on the other side of the 15, they have like 6 or 7 lanes. And they've said that they're going to redo this anyway at some point, but that's going to require some eminent domain. The government coming in and buying land in order for them to expand any further. Of course, then again, they could just do what every other town on the west coast seems to be doing and turn all these lanes into bike lanes. Make us all bicycle back and forth. Bicycle lanes that no one ever uses. Boat just parked there on the side of the road. And this is the elevated highway that we do a lot of videos underneath, showing you the neighborhood here underneath. There's a lot of unhoused, unsheltered homeless folks living underneath these bridges. Come up here to the exit for downtown Las Vegas, which is Las Vegas Boulevard. Becomes the Las Vegas Strip down south of the Strat. Traffic pretty light for this Thursday afternoon right now. The message boards are off. City of Las Vegas now recruiting City Marshal Police. If you're looking for a job, Tony Roma's Steak and Lobster here downtown at the Fremont Casino for $13.99 from 9p to 11p. That's a pretty good deal. One not typically found anymore here in Las Vegas. As we exit here for southbound on the Interstate 15. Usually this is all backed up, this interchange here on this side at least. We're now in the Spaghetti Bowl, as it's been called by locals for years. This mess of interstate ramps where US 95 meets Interstate 15. Turning southbound towards the Las Vegas Strip. There are, of course, many cities all across the country that have spaghetti bowls much more multitudinous and far more stacked than what we just went through, but this is the exit here for Charleston Boulevard, which we were on earlier in the video there. Charleston running all the way from the far east end of town, foothill of Frenchman's Mountain, all the way out past Summerlin, past Red Rock National Park, and curving down and actually joining up a Blue Diamond Road in the southwest part of town. You have Sahara Avenue here. This is the emptiest I think I've seen this interstate in a long time. I want to take a moment and say thank you all so very, very much for joining us. We really appreciate each and every single one of you. A heartfelt thanks from all of us here at the Vegas Don channel. If you haven't already, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe to us on YouTube and TikTok. It helps recommend us to other viewers on YouTube and TikTok. It also helps the almighty algorithm carry the weight of your voice to other viewers. So please like, follow, share, and subscribe. And also check out our merch available on the shop section of our YouTube channel. Have some awesome gear for you to check out. Maybe something for yourself or your significant other. And as always, remember here on the Vegas Don channel, it's the journey. We'll see you next time.